Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me for another video. While you're here, please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. The views that I discuss are my own personal opinions and reactions for commentary, and everything is alleged. So, guys, I mentioned yesterday that I was going to go back and watch some episodes so we can discuss while we wait for Saturday. And I'm starting with episode 1. So, if you guys remember, this was the episode where Tisha and Marceau discussed his solo trip to Africa. This was also the episode where that picture from ATL was discussed. Also, Martell, once again, was talking about Mel cheating to Lewis. And then it was the episode where Destiny disclosed that she, being such this businesswoman, had to get public assistance. So let's get into my review. Number one, since I wasn't on YouTube last year, and like I mentioned, so we can refamiliarize ourselves for this coming season. So when it comes to that solo Africa trip, I will say this and I will say it until I'm blue in the face. I call bullshit on that, period. There is no way Marceau went all the way to Africa just so he can get some solitude, some peace, and this spiritual journey that he says that he was on. No, Marceau went to a whole nother continent with another woman. That's my opinion. It's allegedly, and whatever else you want to put behind that. It ain't no goddamn way he went to Africa. No, if you need some solitude, you better go find the nearest lake, get you a blanket, and sit there for a couple hours. Or if you want to get on this spiritual journey, there's plenty of churches right here in Huntsville. But you're going to go to Africa? Something as significant as Africa without your wife and kids? And Tisha's sitting there at that table just looking dumb as hell. You know, she's looking dumb, but she also was looking like she don't believe him. And I don't know why Tisha just won't act on her suspicions. You know, we already see from the trailer that they're still going to be talking about the same shit. Infidelity, infidelity, infidelity. And I believe that Marceau has turned all of this talk around as far as him possibly cheating to Tisha to say, hey, we just going to play this up. You know you never caught me. There's nothing out there. So, hey, let's just continue to play this up. And it's tired. Tired as hell. But yeah, I call bullshit on that solo trip to Africa. It takes almost probably 20 hours by plane to get there. It ain't no goddamn way. So the lady may not have left with him. Marceau is smart. I keep saying this. He's a smart cheater. And most smart cheaters cheat with people that's not going to blow their spot up. So the lady probably, even if she lives locally in Huntsville, they didn't leave together at the airport or anything like that. But I can guarantee you, when he touched down, his mate was with him. And then it was alleged that he didn't even call Tisha during all of that time because he said the phone service was bad. And I remember when the episode was going on and on Twitter, it was women that watched the show from Africa, all in the comments saying how they have excellent service, excellent phone service, towers everywhere. It's a YouTuber that I follow, and that's where he travels from country to country and all of that. And currently, he's in Africa. He has no problem filming his videos, no problem doing it from his phone and everything else. So Tisha, in my opinion, is just not strong enough. She don't want to look at the truth and accept what's been going on, because I do believe behind the scenes somebody has presented her with something. But like her mama Wanda said, all men cheat. All men cheat. So Tisha just probably say, hey, I'm not breaking up my family for it. But no, again, for the last time, bullshit. And she's just going to stay with his ass. You know, Tisha has made a big change since the beginning of the show, season 1, episode 1, because she was like a little ass kid sitting down talking to her daddy instead of her husband. So things that she disagreed with, I remember him saying, play your part, baby. I couldn't believe it. The hell you think you are, a pimp? Talking about play your part, baby. And this is when she was saying that she wanted to, get a job, and she didn't just want to sit on her degree. She went to school for a reason, and she got a real estate license for a reason. And that man told her to play her position. So we see that throughout these seasons since season 1 that Tisha has started to do more, but she is definitely submissive when it comes to Marceau. Marceau, like I've said before, is a slickster, especially with his mouth, especially when he says, see, the thing is, him and Maurice know they got that bad. See, the thing is. So he's able to talk, and Tisha just falls on back. So yeah, no, that's a no for me. If his ass would have went to Africa and he was married to me, I can guarantee you when he stepped back on soil in the United States and pulled up to that house, all of his shit would have been either in front of the garage or in it. So yeah, anyway, let's move on to the picture from ATL. Now, this is one of the things that I definitely believe coleslaw on. She said that they were with linebackers in ATL, and I believe it. Because it's a thin line when men don't say anything about their partner, Martell, cheating, and they are in the same vicinity of him doing it. So now, birds of a feather flock together, and all of them that were there, my personal opinion, were screwing around. And I remember when Maurice lied at the reunion, he tried to say he wasn't there. But Marceau blew the spot up when he put the picture on Twitter. And then Martell made it even worse when he said this picture was courtesy of coleslaw. Anyway, I'll put the picture in this video. So they both put it out there that Maurice was lying. Why did Maurice lie? Why? And Kimmy knew he was lying, because when they had that talk, she let him know, first of all, don't come to me with the bullshit of all around about things of how it was, and just tell me yes or no. And then this man says, no, I wouldn't mess with a linebacker. What? His whole ex-wife is of a larger frame. What do you mean you won't mess with a linebacker? And that's not how you answer a question. You just say no. He left room in there for me. He was just lying, period. He was just lying. Because again, Kiowa, the ex-wife, is of a larger frame. Now, I don't know if she was that size when they first got married or whatever. But yeah, that's a lie, Maurice. So I remember in the episode when they confronted, Kimmy did, Marceau about the picture and asked him what was he thinking. And what he was thinking was Kimmy was going to be just as gullible as Tisha. But Kimmy wasn't having it. Now, she did try to skirt around the issue and say, well, we weren't married at that time. That don't matter. Like Mel said, they had purchased a home together and was living in that home, but that was her out. Anything that he did before we were married doesn't matter. And that's bullshit as well. But yeah, they all had women in that Airbnb, just like Coleslaw said, and she didn't come right out and say that they slept with the women when she was on Tasha K, but she did say, you know what I mean, Tasha. When Tasha asked were they doing anything or whatever. So yeah, they were up in the room for sure. And Marceau was messy as hell for releasing that picture. And I think he did that because he may have been a little nervous, thinking that some shit was about to come out. And if so, I'ma throw my brother under the bus in the process. Messy as hell. And this was also the episode where Martell once again, oh my goodness, was telling somebody that Mel cheated. So this is when he and Big Lou was at the gym, and he's saying, well, she did it to me 5 years ago as well. But Mel had already clarified, even to his own mama, that I had moved out the house. And I don't think that that's what Martell gets. All bets are off to me. Even if you're still married, that's considered separated. And yes, legally they were still married, but at least she had enough respect to not do anything in that house. Because I told you guys a couple videos ago what he would have walked in on if it was me. He out here carrying on affairs and getting women pregnant multiple times and all of that. Oh, he would have walked in his own house, in his own bedroom, with me in the bed with somebody else. That's just it, and that's period. But we know any chance this man get, he gonna let people know. Mel stepped out too. Mel stepped out too. But yet you begged and cried, didn't want her to get a divorce, didn't say that she was a hoe and all of this, all while you guys was married. But after the divorce, this is when Martell want to try to blow up Mel's spot. Get out of here. And then what else was in this episode? Oh, this was also when Destiny disclosed that she had to get public assistance after her divorce. And I definitely don't understand that. Destiny is a whole business owner, working on suites getting built and all of this. How was she going to pay for this? You had to get public aid months after you got divorced, but then you're dreaming of, being able to build these individual suites and all of that. It just don't make sense. And I feel like she said that, number one, for a storyline, for her to get pity, or for her to get spousal support from her ex-husband. So if she did run down to the public aid office, that was the reason. Spousal and child support. Because how do you go from being a boss to having an EBT card to go in the store and get some food for free? That just don't make sense for me. I'm not buying it at all. There's no way in hell she exhausted all of her funds that quick. So yeah, storyline. And then this was also the episode where Destiny drew the line in the sand when it came to her and Mel's friendship. So this is when her and Tisha was sitting down talking, and Destiny was telling Tisha that Mel considered her an enemy, and Mel was mad that Destiny was talking to Tisha, and that's why the friendship ended. And Destiny acted so shocked. Who's not gonna confront their so-called friend, number one, that they helped out financially, when they overhear them talking about them next door in a hotel room? And then you still think she was gonna be your friend after that? So yeah, Mel did the right thing and cut that shit real quick. But when it comes to Destiny and Tisha, they have what everybody know. They have this trauma bond because of Mel. Two women that's just so hurt by how Mel treated them. Two bosses, in quotation, just sitting back sad and reminiscing on a friendship where they both talk shit. Tisha, in the early episodes of the show, season 1, she was the one that was talking about Martell went out and bought that girl a matching BMW and all of that. So Mel tried to take all that shit on her back and on the chin and brushed her shoulders off. And hey, I'ma still talk to these ladies, we'll get over it. It is what it is. But they expect Mel just to take everything. But when she draw the line in the sand and say, no, I'm good, then it's a problem. So I'm not with that pity shit when it comes to Destiny and Tisha. Like I said, they both have done their fair share of dirt. Even if it wasn't as obvious, they've done it. So I'm really hoping that we don't see more of that this season, but we already know Mel will be everyone's storyline. Everyone's storyline. So I know she got a lot going on. As far as Mel, again, this weekend is when she'll be walking in New York Fashion Week. And it looks like she may be falling back on Instagram, which is good. You know, she got a lot to prepare for. They also said that allegedly today was another court date of her and Martell. So she could be dealing with that as well. But yeah, I want Mel, if she can. I don't want her just to go into a shell, but she really has to put that armor on because it's coming. And she already knows. So I guess we'll have to wait and see because the season has been filmed and all of that. But it's different when social media is able to see what happened. And I got your back, Mel. I'm going to blast all their asses. You can believe that. So anyway, guys, in a nutshell, that was episode 1. That was all of the good takeaways. They also showed them when they went to the other Scott brothers' house. And that's when Kimmy was confronting Marceau. But that's the same thing. And hopefully we won't see those Scotts because I'm all Scotts out. Enough is enough. But you guys, drop down in the comments. Let me know if you remember everything like I did from episode 1, season 4. Do you think Marceau went to Africa by himself? Now, I know I got some dope supporters. Please don't nobody drop down in these comments and say you believe them. No, I'm kidding. You can. We can go back and forth and debate. But let me know if you guys believe that or not. And why do you think Maurice really lied about being in Atlanta in an Airbnb that was filled with women? And him and Marceau just sat there and played pity pat or some shit. I don't know what they trying to say they did. And then lastly, do you think that Destiny and Tisha's friendship is genuine? Or do you think that they've come together to attempt to take down Mel and that won't happen? But let me know your thoughts on that as well. So anyway, guys, I will be back either later today. If not, I will drop my own personal review on episode. I may do episode 2 and 3 and combine them. I need to see how many episodes it was because I want to try to get these all done and in by Friday. But I will definitely be back with a video or a live. I really thank you guys for rocking with me. I think I'm at 3,700 subscribers. So it's 2 months today, actually. And that is so awesome. So I do appreciate you guys' support. And I shall chat with you guys soon. Bye.